I'm live. I'm live. Yay, hooray. Maybe people are around, maybe people aren't around, but I just felt like doing a live. And I really wanted to do a full moon. And I don't know what my plans are tomorrow. I don't really even know what my plans were today. Um, so I think I'm going to wait for a minute for people to come. Oh, there's one person. Hello. Um, so I'm going to do a live for the full moon. Is my hat okay? Is the picture clear? I think it is. I think it's my vision, honestly. It's my faraway vision that always makes it look really crappy. Hi, Tammy. I'm just going to do a full moon reading. Full moon is tomorrow. It's at about 16 degrees Leo, I believe. And thank you. I have my third ring light. They break really easily. All of a sudden they just stop working. All right. I've had a lot of that. I've had a lot of technology stuff. Like, how come that's not working? All right. Well, good. There are 5 people here. Yay. All right. All right, kids. So I'm going to do a full moon reading. So my energy too, is, it's the full moon in Leo. So, and maybe as some of you know or don't know, hi, Lauren. The Leo rules the heart. And I talk about that a lot in Leo readings, actually. I look really short, but I'm not. I'm not really tall, but I'm not really short either. And so the focus is love. The focus is love. That's the focus. So sometimes, I get a little philosophical. So how can I love more? How can I love myself more? How can I love my life more? How can I love my job more? How can I love the people around me more? How can I love what I do? How can I love others? How can I love others more fully, more completely? That's like the little to do. I don't know if I have enough room. I'm going to move this and then I'm going to get beginning. So the full moon is tomorrow. I don't know what time, but it's at about 16 degrees Leo. So that's like the middle of a fixed sign. So that's always very powerful. Very powerful. All right. It's 16. I think it's 15 or 16 degrees Leo. All right. So let's go. Yeah, the lighting isn't too terrible. I hate that you see that thing, but whatever. Okay. All right. You can hear me fine, I suppose, right? Otherwise, you'd say something. I don't know if you can hear the neighbors, but you can hear me. All right. Let's get started. So the focus is love. Yeah, there's a lot going on, Tammy. There's a lot going on. And, it's like have a feeling. Hi, Ocean Garnet. Oh, good. Oh, Strawberry, how are you? How are you? I wanted to call you tonight, and I was like, well, maybe she doesn't want any phone calls. Hi, Alice. Much better. I'm so grateful. I sent energy. I sent Raphael. I did a thing. Okay, I'll call. Okay, I'll call. Oh, and by the way, the daily is going to be a little late because I didn't get to it. The daily for tomorrow is going to be a little late. So maybe after this, I'll do it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad you're well. I'm so glad you're well. All right. Okay, let's start. So the focus is love. Okay. Full moon Leo, love. mid Leo, like 15, 16 degrees. 1, 2, 3. I get 3 cards. We start with the Queen of Wands. And for me, the Queen of Wands, like whenever she comes up, I mean, she has a lot of meanings. But for me, the Queen of Wands is the time is now, act now, right? And she takes a hold of her passion. She takes a hold of her creativity. She takes a hold of the thing that makes her excited, the thing that makes her want to get out of bed, the thing that, right, she takes hold of it and she's like, yeah, let's do this. She also, in a certain way, she reminds me of Athena. So Athena, I saw a statue yesterday at one of the parks here. And I'm like, which one is that? And I see the thing on her head, because Athena always wears the military helmet, and she has the Aegeus, right, which it has its own power. She also holds a spear. So Athena is known as the spear shaker, like Shakespeare. Well, let's not get into that occult controversy. She, this is the truth. Boom. I just saw an orb. All right. So it's kind of Athena. So it's like there's a practicality to her. She was born out of Zeus's head. And there's, she has a plan. She has a plan. She knows how to execute it. She's the goddess of wisdom, of craft, right? Okay. And then I have justice coming through. Lovely. Lovely. So justice is the card of Libra, but it's also, to me, it's divine justice. It's really this card of leaving it up to something bigger than you. It's illuminated. It brings in balance. And then I have the Magician. Ooh. Ooh. The Magician's a really, really good and powerful card. I'm making coffee because I was sort of sleepy and I didn't go anywhere. And I was like, I laid down and nothing happened. I don't know what is with the coffee maker, but it's like the coffee isn't strong. Okay. And I added a lot of coffee. So the Magician, it's a 1, it's leadership. The Magician is the one who's born, because the Fool is unborn. The Magician is the one who incarnates here. The Magician who understands that he comes straight from heaven, that he has a direct linkage. He has the magic wand. He has the eternity symbol, because his soul, our souls are eternal and is attached to the Godhead. Simple as that. Has that complete understanding as he incarnates. And he has all the tools that he needs, and he knows how to utilize them. He's also wearing the Ubrus, which is the snake grabbing its own tail. So it symbolizes cycle. It symbolizes what comes, what passes, what comes, what passes. So there's a really deep, deep understanding here. And to understand, this is the moment to bring in balance, right? And I have everything I need. And to bring in balance and love. To bring in balance and love. That's the energy. Really, really lovely beginning. Okay. She's working overtime. Here comes Isis. So we have 4 cards on the table, and 3 of them are majors. Hello. So Isis, so it's 1, 2, so there's this energy of movement already. So it's Isis. So Isis she either keeps the secret or reveals the light. Sometimes she does a little bit of both, because she's Isis. So she's behind the veil, and she understands creation on a level that we'll never understand. She creates out of the order and out of the chaos, and she makes them one. And she's a bit of an alchemist. It's also about following one's dreams. So if I'm talking about love, it's like, well, I have this dream. I have this dream inside of myself that I reconcile with somebody. I have this dream inside of myself of, doing that thing, or having that reawakening an energy of like, I've always wanted to drive cross country, and I never allowed myself to. Or I always wanted to learn how to cook Indian food, and I never allowed myself to. And it's like, I'm taking the bull by the horns, I'm bringing in balance. I can do whatever it is I want, with the help of the goddess. Oh my God, it's all big cards. And I'm going to execute my plan. This is a really interesting card. So it's really, it's a card of Cancer. So I'm going to try to see if the coffee is like more ready. It's an electric percolator, an old fashioned electric percolator. And I purposely brought it from New York because all these coffee things that I buy with the drip here have all broken. And then this thing, I don't know, it works and it doesn't work. Give me 2 seconds. I don't know what the problem is. It's like it's not umping enough. I have to get another one. Anyway, it's kind of weak black coffee. All right. So the Chariot is 7, confidence, goes to a place he's never gone before. He's willing to explore the sky. He's willing to explore a place he's never seen or never been. He's really confident. He knows how to move forward. And lemon ginger tea. I like coffee. And I only drink black tea. No, I drink mint tea. I drink mint tea also. I have mint tea in the refrigerator. Anyway, he moves forward with his plans. He knows how to execute a plan. He there's a youth to him and an enthusiasm and he's not doing it to prove it to anybody else but himself. Right? He wants to prove it to himself that he can do it. Okay. And then I have joy. Cafecito. Cafecito es un café pequeño. Cafecito es un café pequeño. This is terrible. They don't really make American coffee here. You go, you want an American coffee and they give you espresso. It's like, this is not American coffee because it's not the same bean. Anyway, so far we have fantastic cards. You know what I feel like? This is really about going after your joy. That's what this is really completely about, going after your joy. And it's like sometimes we stop ourselves. I don't have enough money, or there's no time, or what will people think, or I'm not allowed. I'm giving you permission. Okay. I'm giving me permission. I'm giving you permission. I'm giving everyone permission all over the internet. All right. Yeah, because I've constricted myself. This is interesting. And, he's at this point in battle. 8 people watching and 8 likes. Thank you. He's at this point in battle where everything stands still. So it's like a slow motion movie. Thank you, Tammy. It's like a slow motion movie. And it's like he's seeing the lay of the land. And he's like, how did I get myself in this position? How did I get myself in this position? Why do I feel so constrained? How am I going to break out of here? You know what I have to say today? This is like, be still and know that I am God. The only knight that doesn't move, there's a pentacle in his hand. You can't really see it because it's yellow on yellow. There you go. Can you sort of see it now? I know that the light is good, but it's not good, It's like, if you sit still and, you say to yourself and to your higher power and to the angels and guides, it's like, I need to sit still and love myself. And how am I going to execute this plan? How am I going to execute this plan? And it's not even, I mean, it's really good to have a plan and to execute a plan, but it's also really good to feel and see yourself doing that thing that you love. Like feel it as if, feel it, it's already there. It's already happened. It's already happened. I'm already on the ski slopes. I'm already visiting my cousin who I love, who I haven't seen in years. I'm already, whatever it is. Yes, it's the only way, Ocean Garnet. So Ocean Garnet wrote, I'm always trying to play it safe, but should really follow my heart. Yeah, we all, it's not should, um, allow, allow yourself to follow your heart, not should. All right. Yeah. Second seven. You know, if I plant seeds in the garden of love now, I know they're going to grow, right? I'm confident. I'm anticipating all the seeds of love that I planted to grow. Because the focus is love. The focus tonight is love. I should have worn a heart. I used to make a t-shirt with a big heart on it. It was really lovely. And I kind of drew it. It was really cool. Maybe I'll reintroduce it. Okay. Yeah, because if I don't, and if I don't allow myself to love and be loved, then I'm sitting in a state of anxiety. I'm sitting in a state of anxiety and sleeplessness and restlessness. And what have I done? Thank you, Lauren. Yeah, I'm willing to give up. I can't believe how many majors are on this board. One, two, three, four. There's a fifth one. One, two, three, four. Yeah, there's a fifth. This is a really interesting card. I know I've spoken about it before, but this is Odin. Odin is sort of like the Zeus of Norse mythology. And Odin, so the story goes, it's the only Norse card in the deck, as far as I know. Um, Odin has the gift of prophecy, and all the other gods, even though he's the king of the gods, all the other gods look at him like really strangely. It's like, well, males aren't supposed to have the gift of prophecy. So what Odin does, what is he doubles down and he gouges out his own eye. So now he's seeing things, right, that he doesn't have depth. He has, the depth is the depth of his soul. That's what he's relying on. That's where he sees. He sees in his mind's eye. He sees in his heart. He doesn't necessarily see through his eyes correctly, right? So he doubles down. He sacrifices himself to himself. He like basically goes and meets his higher self and meets the higher beings and sacrifices himself to himself and says, you know what? Why do I have this gift and how am I going to utilize it? And I'm not running away. I'm actually saying, yeah, this is who I am. And what is it that I need to give up willingly so that I can understand and stop and see things from a spiritual angle, see things from a larger perspective? Because what happens is he goes through all the realms, and then as he takes in all the information and all the love and all the creation and all the oneness of it, it takes time, and then when he gets that in his heart and in his soul, he radiates it out to the world. It's really, really quite the story. He's on the tree of life. Okay. Oh, don't worry about it. You could just rewatch it, Mountain Graham. You could just rewatch it. All right. Yeah. This is not okay. This is the card. This is a 6. Perseverance, balance, second card of balance. I love when they both balance because the balance only shows up in 2 cards. I mean, the scales, I should say. This and this, the only two. Can you see it? I can barely see it. Anyway, it's there. There they are. Um, so that's about bringing balance into the world. And bringing balance into the world, the more we are able to and act on and live in loving ourselves, the more other people see it as an example, and the more you're able to give, right? And giving love is really bringing incredible balance and love back, right? And receiving love, allowing yourself to receive when people offer you gifts, when people offer you encouragement, when people offer you support, is also feeds them. So that's what that's about. So, this whole love thing, it's not just about love of the self. Another orb. It's not just about love of the self. It's about the love of others and allowing others also to love you. So this is a beautiful reading. It's a beautiful reading. All right. But I'm going to continue because, I like to talk. All right. And then I think I'm going to do another little reading, actually. Yeah. Love of work. This is like love of work. Yeah, Mountain Graham. It is a higher state of consciousness. It's almost like the energy of joy, or the energy of seeing something that's beautiful. When you see something that's really beautiful, it affects us on a soul level. you know and when we feel that divine presence of unconditional love, it's beyond words, really. It's beyond words, it's beyond sight, it's beyond hearing, it's beyond, because it affects your whole, like, not only your five senses but your whole energy body. Okay, so now we have the eight. So the Eight of Pentacles is, I always call it whistle while you work. The Eight of Pentacles is getting to work, getting to work on love, taking action toward and becoming better and better at it, more loving, more kind, more compassionate, more uh, open, more giving. And it's between the pentacles that he really gets the messages. It's like he's so busy working on his pentacles that he's like in a state of bliss. He's like floating around. It's like a meditation. It's like a physical meditation in a way. And as he's doing it, it's like, let's say you're doing the dishes, right? After a party for like all these people that you loved. And you're thinking about, how much fun everyone had and how good it was to see everybody and, all that. And it's like between the dishes is where it's like, oh, well, this one mentioned this, and maybe I'll send them some flowers. And this one mentioned that. And I'm going to see them again next week. And, it's like that. That's how it, okay. Yeah. And you have the power to do it. Another major, Mars. So the Emperor knows how to delegate. The Emperor is very solid, very stable, very practical. He takes action. He's Aries. He's Mars. And he uses his mind. He really uses his mind. And, it's interesting because every sign has like a mantra in a way, and Aries, being the first sign, comes in with I am, right? I am love. Let's all try that for a mantra. I am love. I am love. Something is like not going right, and I can't tell you how many things didn't go right today. I am love. Yeah. I'm going to a place, this spiritual quest. I'm going to a place that's more satisfying. It's like, yeah, well, I have the love of the people around me. I have this, but it's like I'm going deeper into a place of how can I love myself more? How can I love others more? What actions do I need to take to embody that, in a way that I've never embodied it before? It's quite the reading. It's quite the reading. All right, I'm going to show you the cards, and then I'm going to do something else. I have it sort of floating around in my head, but it'll come as it comes. You know how it goes. All right, get ready, and now I can pick my nose without you seeing. All right. I'm willing to work really hard to get myself out of this state of what have I done? And I can create anything that I want and bring it into balance. The time is now. I'm trusting my intuition. I'm going to get on the road and go to a place I've never gone before in a great sense of joy and celebration and community. I'm willing to give up my old thinking or my old limitations and take the power back into my hands and go on the spiritual quest and become part of a community that's balanced, where I give and receive love and kindness. I'm willing to plant seeds in new gardens. I'm going to stand still and do it correctly in order to free myself and to move forward. Now that was a lovely reading. Now, the next thing I want to do is on very rare occasions, I read cards like this. So sometimes you're in the middle of a reading with somebody, right? And then, they get another question in the middle of the reading, which is normal, right? And so then as I would ask like the basic questions, which is sort of like how, what, where, when, how, who. So that's what I'm going to do. It's a little bit unusual, but you got to experiment. All right. Oh, and please check out my video on how I'm moving forward, because I'm really concentrating on the healing arts. I'm doing readings, for one-on-one. And I offer pendulum clearing, which helps you to clear out old energy, clear out trauma, and replace it with love, with healing, with allowance, innocence, forgiveness, empowerment, safety. So whatever it is that it's kind of like an updated Reiki, basically. So I do the pendulum work, and you can clear energies, and align your chakras and stuff. And I also offer IET, which is really like updated Reiki, and I can do it remotely and all that. All right. So, how? Let's do how. How? So, how can I be more loving to myself? I'm going to do one card on each. This is interesting. It's a 2. She's sitting in this state, sort of a balance. She has to rely on her heart. She has to rely on her intuition, because she can't see. So she relies on her intuition. She relies on the voices that she hears, the feelings that she has. She relies on her feelings to know which way to go, what to do. And then I saw another reader, and I took it because it just made a lot of sense. You see in the background, there's this new plot of land, because she's on solid ground here, and here's the ocean, her motion. And this is like a volcanic land that came up, right? So this is like her subconscious, like there's something new coming up in the background that she can actually go to, utilize, plant seeds in, build a house, whatever she wants to do, just go visit. I don't like French press. It's too gritty. It's too gritty. I could try. I mean, I can get one. They're inexpensive. I can get one. I don't know why this thing isn't working. I just don't, because it's new. It was a gift from somebody. Thank you. All right. So that's how. That's how can I love myself more? How can I love others more? By being in a state of wonder, by seeing them with fresh eyes, by seeing them in innocence, by seeing it as an opportunity, by seeing it as an opportunity. That's how. Um, should I do what? Yeah. How, what? Archangel Michael. What? Well, this is Archangel Michael. So this is about seeing things from a new perspective. And Archangel Michael also, he's very clear and very direct. So it's like you get a real clear message, a real clear message. And also it's about omens. This card is about omens. You can't really see, but they're little tiny birds. It's really like a kid draws a bird. It's like like a little seagull, But I always feel like that's pay attention to the omens, pay attention to the omens in the physical world. And what can I do to love others more? Put them up on the horse, admire them. It's about being beloved. So, understand, I know everybody, believe me, everybody gets on my nerves. Everybody, even I get on my nerves. So if I see them really as, if I look at them through the lens of their soul, of their light, instead of always looking at them through, their personality, like the negative part of the personality, then I'll be able to love them more, How, what, where can I love myself more? I don't know if that makes any sense. Hi, Sonia. In my mind with new thoughts. Where can I love others more? In my mind's eye. By giving up old ideas. It's sort of similar. By giving up old ideas of, what I think it is, who I think they are. So, this is kind of like the energy of Guadalupe that I talk about. It's like, how it's easy to love a little kid, right? Because they're so cute, even if they're not cute, even if they're friendly or they're not friendly, if they're angry, if they're, like it's really easy to love a little kid. But then as we get to, someone older, it's like we have these expectations. Well, you're this age and you're supposed to act like this. And, you're in this business and you're supposed to act like that. And you're whatever, right? And it's like sometimes I need to like try to imagine whoever I'm dealing with, especially if they're difficult, as like a little kid. And it's like you were like mischievous when you were a kid too, weren't you? You were like a little bit of a little hustler when you were a kid too, weren't you? So it's like if I could see them like that, it helps. It helps. Because the more I sit in that vibration and the more I emanate that vibration, the happier I am, the more comfortable my life is. Like it's as simple as that. It's really easy to go around saying, well, this one did that and that one did that, and I don't really like them. And yeah, it's like ugh, you and everybody else. It's so tiring to listen to that stuff. I get tired of listening to myself, and I get tired of listening to to people who are this one that one this. It's like I don't have time for this. I'd rather go home and make lousy coffee. Okay, how, what, where, when. I'm going to say now. When you listen to yourself, that's when. This is a really interesting card. This is my favorite king. So the King of Cups in his ideal, he's been through really hard times. He's sitting on the troubled water. And because he's been in troubled water and because he's been in an emotional state, He really understands it. He really completely, he empathizes, and he has tremendous compassion, and he holds space. He holds space. This is the one you can go to and tell anything because he understands. He's been there. And he's like, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I have the space for you. And no matter what you're going through, and even if you're being impossible, you know, I'll listen to you, and I love you, and I'm offering you the gift of intuition, the gift of listening, right? So I think this is about listening to ourselves and listening to others, to really hear people, really to hold space, to allow them to be going through whatever they're going through, whether it's good or bad or indifferent, right? What question was that? Do you remember? How, what, where, when, when. At all times, I think. When, and then when for others. Yeah, when it's really clear. Because sometimes, like, the most loving thing you can do for somebody is just let them go on and on. And, like, what I think that the hardest thing to do is, like, your friend is having something going on, right? And then they ba, 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 and you really want to chime in with your own opinion, right? And sometimes they don't want to hear it, or they're not ready to hear it, or they don't understand what you're saying. And I think the only time to give one's opinion, unless you're a tarot reader, is is when someone says, "What do you think?" But not until then. Not until then. Just let them do their thing, love them through it. And if they get really crazy and like it's taking you a place that's making you nuts, it's like gotta go. But if they're really going through something and that like it's going to end and that they're willing to take action on it, and or take a suggestion or look at it in a different way, sometimes the best thing you could say to your friend is like, all right, I'll take you to lunch. I'll take you to lunch. I'll take you to lunch. All right. How, what, where, when. How, what, where, when. Who? Who? Okay, who? Who can I love? Oh, huh. God. The angels, your guides. Because this is hope and inspiration. It's really like spiritual information, really. And because it's like stardust, right? It's like spiritual information that you bring into balance and ground into the earth. Because she's on one knee, right? So she's grounding the energy into the earth. She has one foot in the emotion, right? And in the intuition, and the other one is like, I'm grounding this energy in. I'm grounding this energy in. Hi, Patricia. That's what's going on. What was this question? You remember who? Who? Oh, who should I love? Yeah. Yeah. My guardian angels and spirits that are guiding me, you know. And for me, I send love up to the angels every day, and I send love to the earth every day, and then I receive it back. And then, I get information. I know what to do. I actually write it down every day. And then I think that's the end of the reading. Yeah, let's end on the star. So that's the loveliness that I get. It's really the energy is like full moon Leo, be in your heart, be in love, be of love, be about love, be within love. I'm trying to think of more words. Like that's the energy. That's the energy. That's how we're all going to, evolve. If I love myself as best, I can, right? More and more and more, and do more loving things with myself, for myself, about myself. And I do the same with you, about you, toward you, then, if we're all sitting in this space of love, everything's bound to change, as opposed to, oh, this one doesn't do what I wanted them to do. This is about unconditional love. This is about unconditional love. It's not about, I love you if you, I don't know, pay my rent, or I'll love you if you rub my back. It's like, I love you because I love you. I love you because you're there. I love you because you're my friend. I love you because you're my relative. I love you because you're my neighbor. I love you because you're another human. I love you because you're light and I'm light. Yes, yes, yes. What's a good time? What's a good time? Sharon. Um, or if you want, send me an email. Let me know a time, your time, and I'll call you. I don't really have any plans tomorrow. I mean, I have loose plans, but noon my time. Perfect. Perfect. I'll call you tomorrow. Perfecto. Perfecto. All right. So that is really the energy. That is really the energy of this moon. It's really about love. It's really about experiencing love, sharing love, um, being in love, being love. And being in love, I don't necessarily mean romantic. It's like, you know, I'm in love with parts of my apartment. I'm in love with parts of my job. I'm in love with, you know, that's the energy. That's really what I have to say. Yes, yes, 2 hours ahead. Yes, I'm equivalent to Central because we're right below Texas. Mexico's below Texas, and then it's mountain. But it's already Mexico already is moving that way because Mexico does this. It's like a little bit of an arch. 2 p.m. my time. Okay, fine. Okay, bueno. Hi, Tammy. So that is my little message. The message for the full moon is love. How can I love myself more? Is this the most loving action I can take? Is this the most loving attitude I can bring? And it's just a good reminder. I'm not saying we're all going to get it perfect. There are moments, there are days, and but I think it's a really lovely energy. And also, it's Valentine's. I forgot. It's Valentine's. So, you know, buy yourself some chocolate, some flowers, whatever it is. It's like, I don't want any chocolate. I want Fritos. Okay, so buy yourself some Fritos. I don't even know if they make them anymore. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Orchid. Kathleen. All right. So go check out all my other videos. Like every single video I ever made. Tell all your friends. It's all about word of mouth. It's all about word of mouth. And I'm offering bundles and specials. So the bundles, oh, and by the way, and I'm doing, so, okay, I want to show you this. So if you get 3 IETs or 3 pendulum sessions, one a month, either or both would be ideal for you and for me. Then we're going to have private Zoom calls. I have some people signed up already. We're going to have private Zoom calls. We're going to make vision boards together. I don't want to unplug the microphone, but I can unplug this. Hang on. Dios mío, there. And then we're going to make like vision boards. Can you see that? See, that's my vision board, right? So those are all the things that I want to manifest. So, and then there are spiritual exercises that we can do with our guides and angels, your guides and angels, my guides and angels. And then we literally, you pull them in. It's so much fun. I can't even tell you. It's really like being a kid, and it works. So, you pull in more money, you pull in a new house, a new job, many, many lovers, yachts, mansions, diamond rings, and fur coats. Oh, fur coats. So I like yachts. I know. I love vision boards. I love yachts. You see? So that's the energy that we're going to be working on. And we do it as a community. So it's a collective and it's people who really want to change the energy. It's not like, because sometimes you tell your friend, it's like, oh, well, I really want to win the lottery, like, or whatever it is, right? Oh, and then you're like, friends like, oh, you really can't afford a new house. And, it's like we're going in planning on manifesting together, right? And we're all going to be bringing in all our guides and angels because a group meditation is a really powerful thing. It's a really powerful thing. Whether you like the people or you don't. How do you like that? That's the truth. So that is the deal. I know. So what kind of furs? They're going to bring back the woolly mammoths. I don't know. Do you think you can dye that? Because if you can make it yellow, it'd be fab. Because that, it's sort of like, I don't know, brown. I mean, I like brown, but, fashion. All right. So that's my message for this full moon. And I have to get started on the, because it's due in 15 minutes. I have to do the daily for tomorrow. Forgot. And I'm going to write you down, Sharon. I'm going to write you down that I'm calling you at 2:00 tomorrow. Hang on. To Sharon. All right. So let's all try to be more loving toward ourselves and toward our fellows. Yeah, I agree. Because many years ago I worked at a Ocean Garnet. I used to do window display for many years, and then I'll shut up because we're already at 47 minutes. I did window display for a really long time, and I worked at this store in Connecticut. They had 2 stores in Connecticut. It was, it was pretty upscale, and I mean they had fur in red, like red, blue, never green. They should have had green, pink, like a pale pink. So yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you can dye animal fur. And then you bleach it and then they put new color in. It was fun actually. It was fun. Those were good windows to do. They really were. Anyway, I don't even know if they're still in business because nobody wears fur anymore. In any case, that is that. Blessings to everybody, and I am going to do the daily. I already got the message. All right. Blessings. Thank you. Please like the video. Come back and watch it. Watch all my videos. Like all my videos. Subscribe. Become a member. The whole thing. Blessings. See you soon. End stream. Okay. Bye.